Well, good Sunday afternoon to you. It's Dan. I want to welcome y'all to my home in the sticks. I'm hoping everybody is having a safe weekend, especially because it's Memorial Day weekend. But I'm here to tell you, y'all, I got a ton of rain over here Friday evening into Saturday morning. High winds, extremely high winds that tore up a bunch of stuff. Give me a second and I will show you all of the things that I had to fix Saturday. All right, one thing that happened with all the high winds is the high winds tore all of my piping for my rain catchment system loose. Yeah, that sucked. I had to replace a whole bunch of stuff on this system as well as that system, but on this one, that 4-inch to 2-inch coupling, well, it's not really a coupling, but a reducer. I had to replace that. The wind slung a lot of this stuff into the woods, and Lord of mercy, I was wandering back there trying to find parts and pieces. The wind just basically tore a lot of stuff up. The first flush diverter is actually good. It was just the piping that went into the tanks. I actually had to replace this guy right here. I had to rivet it back down. I don't know what happened, but I don't know if it was the wind or the stuff sloshing around in it. I don't know, but this thing actually popped up, so I had to rivet that guy back into place. But this system made out pretty good. If you're wondering what the band-aid is on my neck, I actually damn near sliced my throat shaving this morning. So yeah, I was been like bleeding all morning. But anyways, this system made out real good. This system over here, oof, it tore up a bunch of stuff on this system right here. It slung all of these pipes loose. I actually had to fix the elbow right here. And I'm here to tell you, Schedule 40, 4-inch 90s are not cheap. So it's imperative that you maintain your water catchment systems if you have them. This storm front, the storm that came in Friday, caught me by surprise. Well, it didn't catch me by surprise, it caught me off guard because I should have had all of this stuff in place and fixed and ready to go. Now, the reason why these pipes come loose is because from here all the way that way down, none of that stuff is glued. I don't glue any of that stuff, and I do it because I like to take the piping apart and flush it out if I have to, or just to clean it or inspect it. So I don't glue any of that stuff. Everything on the first flush diverter is glued. It's not going anywhere. What I also did is I went ahead and took off that atrocious looking overflow system that I had on top, and I capped it with a 2-inch cap. And I actually have some 3/4 coming out with the elbow down, and I have some netting on it just to keep the bugs and stuff from getting in there. But what I'll tell you is, if you have a rainwater harvesting system, your overflow should be equal in diameter to your pipe work. All of my pipe work is 2-inch. I should have a 2-inch overflow there. But I ran out of 2-inch pipe, and I just basically used what I had on hand because I wanted to fix it quickly because we're expecting some more rain this evening. It's starting to cloud up real good, and I don't want to get caught off guard and not be able to harvest any of this rainwater that in the next storm system, which leads me to being the point of saying be prepared. If you know a storm's coming and you rely on harvesting rainwater such as I do, you and y'all know that 99.9% of everything that gets watered here gets watered with rainwater. So it's imperative on my part that I have my systems up and running and functioning and operating properly, which leads me to say maintenance. You have to do maintenance on these guys, which is what I've been lacking on, both of them. But I actually got up there yesterday, cleaned out all my gutters on both sides, and I pretty much spent all day Saturday getting these systems back online. Another thing that I wanted to show you is I made a little change in both of these first flush diverters. You remember this guy right here, wiffle ball? I've since replaced it, and I I've replaced the plastic ball with just a water bottle, and it's gonna work a whole lot better. Same principle, and this actually works better. This guy's gonna travel up as that first flush fills up. It's gonna hit this T right here, where it's actually gonna hit this reducer from 4" to 2", and it's actually gonna block that 2" up. And then of course the rainwater is gonna flow and end up into the tanks. So that was one of the improvements that I made. What I have noticed is these little balls, they actually have like a hole right there. And I actually put some silicone on that just to keep the water from going in it. After time, that little hole degrades and the ball starts squishing in, and it doesn't effectively block that 2" hole up. I engaged this system right here, filled it up just to see what it would do, and it does work. All the high winds laid a bunch of my maters down. So I ended up having to stake up a bunch of maters. I had to trim back a few maters over there because the wind snapped off a few big stems that had, this actual plant here had a limb that was coming off down here. I don't know if you can see that, but it came off that way and it had a full set of fruit on it, but I actually had to cut it because the wind snapped it. The trellis system holds the mater plants up pretty good, really good, so I'm pretty happy with that. But you know, I've had to stake down a bunch of maters, charging my battery too, by the way, since I got some sunshine, sporadic sunshine. I just wanted to give y'all just a brief Home in the Sticks update, just to clue you in on what happened a Friday night into Saturday morning. We're expecting a lot more rain, expecting more rain this evening, and we're supposed to get a lot more rain come Wednesday. As of 0800 this morning, I checked some tracking on Alberto. I'll throw a picture of that up. One of them things that we have to deal with here living in the South. And to share that with y'all. Again, I hope everybody's having a safe Memorial Day weekend. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up to help. If you haven't subscribed to the Home in the Sticks channel, gracious almighty, y'all need to come on over here and give me a look, because I'm always doing stuff, really. And with that being said, you know it's coming. They ain't sure enough gonna say it. Don't let nobody dull your shine. I mean, nobody. You get your shine on. Especially when Alberto's out there spinning around in the Gulf of Mexico trying to dull everybody's shine. Can't let it happen. We will see you and y'all in the next video.